Hi, and welcome to monthly messages from your angels and your higher self with me, Julie Poole. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe and click that little bell so that you don't miss anything. Now let's dive right in. Hello, Libra. So what have we got for Libra for February 2018? Well, your overall energy, guys, is the Hermit reversed. Let's talk about the Hermit a little bit. So this is the overall energy for the month. Now, the Hermit traditionally talks about us spending time on our own, going within, letting the illumination shine through of what's going on inside and it coming up to the surface. So he's upside down. So as I ask the card, why is he upside down for Librans for February? It's because you... All right, so I'm getting some more information coming through for you. So some of you, because this is a general read, don't need to be spending any time on your own in February. All right, you are the peacemakers, you are the communicators, the chatters, the talkers. You don't want to be spending February on your own. Now, for others of you, there is something inside that you're not listening to, and you do actually need to do this, but you're resisting it. So I want you to feel which one it is for you, because obviously this is a general read. It's going to mean different things for different people. So I want you to ask yourself, am I resisting spending a little bit of time going within, or do I absolutely not feel right to do that, and I want to be spending time with people? So it's kind of, I feel, a split, right? Half of you one way, half of you the other way. You'll know which half you are. So let's get into the detail of the read then. We've got the Hanging Man, and he's the right way up. And the Hanging Man is an energy of waiting, wait and see, all right? Don't get stressed about it. Libras don't get stressed generally. You're the most chilled out sign that I know anyway. So we are waiting for something to shift and change, and we're perfectly content to go with the flow. You've done what you can. I know some of you are applying for new jobs and are looking at new starts and new careers. Others of you are looking at new interests and hobbies and widening your circle. But you've done what you need to do. So you've done that reaching out, and now you're just sitting waiting for things to unfold, and that's the right thing to do. This Hanging Man energy is saying, look, don't keep pushing. Just sit back now and wait for it to come to you. You've done what you need to do. All right, now let's see what else is going on. Now we've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Four of Pentacles is a card about us looking at our money and being careful, right? Not tight, not ungenerous, but just being careful. Now, we're February, aren't we? We're in the season of love. We're in that month of Valentine's. You're not being too careful with your money. You're wanting to be generous. And you know what? There's a time to be generous, and this is now. So allow yourself to be generous. Allow yourself to be generous with yourself and with others. Treat yourself. Treat your loved ones. If you're single through Valentine's Day, treat yourself. All right? Be generous with you. It's not all about, well, I haven't got a Valentine's, so nothing's happening for me. Be your own Valentine's. And those of you that do have a partner, and many of you do, I know, then be generous with them. Buy them a lovely gift. Make a point of Valentine's Day and showing your love to that person. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Queen of Swords. And we've got the King of Swords, and they're both reversed. Now, it's unusual. One of the other signs actually had kings and queens, but not in swords. To have the king and the queen come up together of the same suit is quite unusual. Now, swords is all about mental clarity and what we think. Now, the kings and the queens are the top of the deck, the top of the suits. These guys they know who they are, they know where they're going, they're very assertive, very confident, and many of you Librans are very confident. Now, they're both upside down, so I'm just asking why. Why are the king and queen upside down? All right, I feel that this is linked with the Hanging Man here, that we want to just be going with the flow rather than, see, the king and queen are normally very assertive, yeah? They're in their authority, they're in their autonomy, they get what they want when they want it. And they will just command it to be so. Now, because we've got that hanging man, this is an energy of don't push, just sit back and wait. And this is why they're upside down. But it's a lovely balance. We've got the balance of the male and the female, the feminine intuition and the action of doing. This is a lovely, lovely balance. So we're just going to sit in that space where we feel very much confident and assertive, but we're going to wait and allow it to flow. And when you do that, it's going to open it up and things will start to flow very, very beautifully. Now, we've also got the Eight of Pentacles. He's the right way up. This is the hard worker, all right, but in a good way, very creative. He's got all of these different projects going on, as many of you do. You get quite bored quite quickly, don't you, Librans? We need to have different things going on at the same time. But obviously it will depend where your moon is and where your rising is. So it's probably worth you looking at those for February as well to get a more rounded picture. But you've got lots going on, lots of different projects, lots of different ideas. They are creative. You're thinking, you're creating, you're allowing. It's lovely, all right? Now, we've also got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, again, is reversed, but it's not in a negative way. The Emperor is obviously higher than the kings and queens. He's the Emperor, all right? He's also very connected with the universe, all right? So what we've got here is this connection outside of yourself. And I feel that the reason he's upside down is because that connection for you is very much within. You're going within and saying, what is right for me? But what I'd like you to do is use the Emperor energy, which is connected to the universe, to draw that down and into you and enable you to be much clearer with the bigger picture. Because what you're tending to do is polarize. You're looking at just what's going on for you. And I want you to open it up to say, how can this serve me on a longer term basis? Because what you're putting into place at the moment in February, this is what your higher self and your guides are telling me. Your angels, we'll look at the angel cards in a moment, but what's coming through very strongly is February for you and these new beginnings, this thing that you're hanging around waiting for, is going to be a longer term thing, okay? It's not going to be a flash in the pan. It's not going to be a few months. So whether this is a new relationship coming in or a new job, or whether this is a relationship you've already in, wondering whether it's going to go on long term, the energy is very much longer term with this situation that will be different for different ones of you because it's a general read. So I'm getting 2 or 3 years that we're getting this longer term longevity here with what this thing is you're hanging around for at the moment. As I said, you've done the work. Great. Now we're just going to trust. We're going to let it flow in and we're going to go with the flow when it unfolds, which is going to be more towards the end of February and into March, which is why it's not quite there yet. But we've then got the star. So there's no doubt that this is going to be really good for you guys, because the star is all about let your light shine, let your star shine, come into you being the star. You are the center stage. So you are really making it now, okay? We're reaching for the stars and we're getting them and we're pulling them back and we're bringing them into our life. It's wonderful. So let's have a look at the messages from your angels now. From the Doreen Virtue deck, we've got the Chantel card. This is the romance card. Now, let's talk about this for a moment. We're in Valentine's month. We're in that love and romance and harmony. So we're going to be looking at romance this month. Now, for those of you in relationships, we want to be really making our loved one feel special. Now, you know, we shouldn't just be doing this once a year, but life takes over, routines and normal stuff gets in the way, family, children, work, all the rest of it. This is the month we're going to really give our attention to our loved one. And for those of you who are single, we're going to look at that and drawn back to the Hanging Man. For those of you who are single, we're kind of waiting. We're waiting for the time to be right. We're waiting for things to shift and change so that we can move into that romance energy too, that we can start connecting with people and bringing romance to us. Now, the messages from the Oracle of the Angel is receptivity. Are you in the receiving mode? All right, we're very good at giving. When are we receiving? We want to be receiving, being open to receiving. So we're going to open our heart, we're going to open our energy, and we're going to say, yeah, I'm open to receiving. I'm ready. Bring it on. Whether I'm receiving that job that I'm waiting for, whether I'm receiving a new romance, whether I'm receiving love from my partner, I am open to receiving. I hope that this has helped to give you the guidance that you need, and it may be worth you watching the videos for your moon and your rising to give you a better full picture of what's going on for you for the next month. And if you would like to book your own reading with me, all the details are in the description box below. You can catch me on live streams every week on YouTube, so be sure that you've subscribed and clicked that bell. And your weekly messages from your angels and your higher self are uploaded every Sunday, so watch out for those. See you next time. Bye.